Hi, welcome to Sage Welcome to Sage Based Wisdom. I'm Jana Schmieding.
And I'm Brian Bahe.
And we're podcasting to you from the sacred homelands of the Studio City Farmers Market.
Today, we'll be giving you, our listeners, some advice cultivated indigenously from our backgrounds in wind talkers
and female pattern baldness. Bri, this long time no see.
Has it been? We've gone longer.
I don't think so. Yeah, we've gone longer. It just feels like a lot has happened since I saw you last.
Really? Like what?
I don't
feel
know,
like
but
nothing has happened in my life.
Well, you have a job. I will say that I have been. Look at this.
Pregnant? Positive pregnancy test.
I'm pregnant, finally. I have been writing down things that I want to talk about with you on the pod.
Holy shit!
As they've been happening, I'm so bad at it still, but I am like trying
That's
so hard.
Smart.
It's so hard because I think of shit all the time that I'm like, oh my God, I have to talk about this with Bri, and then I fucking forget and I don't write it down on my little card, but I'm trying really hard to start a practice of writing things down that I want to talk about on the pod.
That's smart. That's really smart.
So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, this is an old one, is we need merch.
Lighters.
Ooh, oh, that's a good one. That is such a good one. Lighters. I was thinking, I did a little bit of research. You can order like rolling papers, and the pack is like labeled, like you can sort of
cool.
design a rolling paper. I know. I was like, ooh, I want that. And speaking of rolling papers, I do have some breaking news.
You're off weed?
No. No, Bri. Couldn't be harder on it. My neighbor next door, because what I do here, let me just explain my method. I have some vape pens, and weed vape pens are the science behind vaping is kind of scary, it's like not very good for you, blah blah blah, but like, is smoking very good for you? I don't know. Like, and none of it is like, basically the best, healthiest way to smoke is to vaporize the flower and to inhale it that way. So, but you know me, I love a smoking moment. I like to inhale. I like the feeling of lighting up a little ciggy shaped thing and doing the whole inhale exhale. So I do it in my apartment, but I go out on the balcony and puff take a few drags off of my little birdies, my little low dose joints. The other day, the woman who lives next door to me, who also has a balcony, it's like 15-20 feet away from mine. She has a window also that's on the same wall as the balcony, a kitchen window, like I do. She comes out while I'm smoking and she goes, "Hi, Jana."
Oh no.
She goes, "Hi, would you mind lighting some incense out here?" And I go, "Oh, sure. But is this smoke getting into your apartment?" She goes, "Yeah, and for my job, I'm a flight attendant. I have to get drug tested."
What?
I know. And I was like, okay. I first of all, I was like, I'm so sorry. I hate the idea that I'm like smoking out my neighbor non-consensually. Like, I fucking hate that. Like, and it's not like I'm, like, puffing giant things of weed, but like a cigarette, I'm at a point where I'm just sort of like, inhaling, exhaling, like,
Yeah.
it's not a small amount, I'm not just, like, going out and taking, like, 1 or 2 hits. I'm like, I'm having a moment. And she basically outed me. I was so humiliated. I felt so much shame, so bad, but I was like, "I'm so sorry. Um, I just won't smoke out here anymore." She was like, "Oh, okay. Thank you so much." She's like, "Yeah, it goes right into my window, into my kitchen window and into my, like, screen door."
Into my lungs.
Into my lungs. And she goes, "I've been lighting some incense, over here on my end." And I was like, "Oh god, I am the fucking worst. I'm the
That's
worst."
so annoying. I think you're right, she's wrong. I think
That's what everybody is
let's
saying, but I'm like,
pretend it's a
"Come on."
city, to steal from Fran Lebowitz. Pretend it's a city. You're gonna get some weed smoke, and that's part of the deal. That's why we're here.
I agree. Listen, like, we're in LA. I will say, in her defense, I don't know why I'm defending her, the enemy, my neighbor, but I live in a building that is, like, one of the older, like, rent-controlled buildings in my neighborhood, which is a pretty, like, priced up neighborhood. Like, it's very, uh,
Yeah,
wealthy, and the people who have lived in my rent-controlled building are not young. Like, there's a couple young people, but they're,
yeah.
like, families, they're older folks. There's one woman who is, like, literally, like, in her last few months. I gotta assume that because she has a nurse
Last
coming to visit
hours.
her like, I'm
Damn.
I don't know. But yeah, but so my next door neighbor, I don't know how old she is, but, um,
But she's still working
this
as a flight attendant?
she's a flight attendant, and she does have a full head of gray hair. No shade to
Okay.
gray hair, but, I think she might be in her 50s. And for me, I don't know why, but I just feel like if you're older than me, if you're younger than me, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Enjoy. But if you're older than me, I feel bad.
I a little bit get that. I would feel, I guess, now if it's an older woman being like, hey, I think I would also
Yeah.
crumble. Um,
Yeah.
but it is such a bummer when I feel like it's so cool when an older person gets it though.
Oh god. I mean, listen. I wish that in my perfect world, uh, you
You're passing
know,
that joint back and forth with her.
yeah, we're smoking together on the porch. I don't know. Actually, I don't really want to smoke weed with her. She's not that cool. But like, I don't want to be known in my building as, like,
The woman who smokes a lot of weed.
the local pothead. But that's kind of what it's giving at this point. Like, I feel like I'm also, like, kind of the community pothead. I just, like,
So
I
are you gonna just fully stop smoking on the balcony, or are you now
I
gonna just, like,
stopped.
check to see is she out at work? Are her windows closed and it's safe to smoke?
Because she's a flight attendant, she has very weird hours, but I do
Yeah.
check sometimes. If I'm, like, smart enough to remember, like, I check to see if her car's in the driveway, and you know what I've been doing now is, instead of smoking smoking weed on the balcony, I just smoke it inside and,
Yeah.
like, slowly push it out with a fan.
Yeah.
But
I g
also, I did get some vape pens because I was like, "Whatever, like, I feel whatever,
That's
whatever.
your
Let
vape pen
me."
journey is out of respect for the
Yes.
elders.
Yes.
Okay. That's
And I
great.
gotta say, I feel like I don't love just constantly sucking on a vape pen. Vape pens are not cool.
Well, also,
Cigarettes are
isn't
cool.
one f I feel like one hit of a vape pen is equal to, like, 5 hits of a joint. Is that correct or
Not
no?
necessarily. Like,
Okay.
you can also, in the same way with, like, the joints that I smoke, they're low dose. So they're mostly CBD
Okay.
and a little bit of THC. So you do get high, but it's like it's not gonna like fucking knock you on the ground. And vape pens are the same. You can get like a low dose, you can get, one that like puts you to sleep, you can get kind that keep you alert and
My experience with vape pens is that one of the 3 times I did it, the first time I did it, my friend gave me a vape pen. I didn't know what it was, really, and I just, like, took a hit, and I was like nothing came out, so I took another hit, and that time a lot came out, and then I think I was high for 2 days, and and then on the 2nd day, I had to do a stand-up show that was
Ah!
Sims themed, and the hosts were, like, acting like Sims, and they were like it was, like, so disorienting.
What?
It was so disorienting, and I was like I, like, ran out of the bar because I was like, "I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here."
I'm so confused by the premise of that show, but whatever. Um, yeah, that is the worst. And that's always the situation, like I feel that way about eating weed where
Oh, yeah.
I can't I just even if it's like, oh, this is a 5 milligram gummy, I'm still just like, I don't trust that. How do you
Yeah.
fucking know? How do you know how many
Yeah.
grams exactly? And then what kind of weed is it? Like, you just fucking never know. When you eat
Yeah.
weed, you're taking a gamble with your life.
And that is part of it. That is part of, like, the experience, I think, is, like, you kind of don't know what you're getting into, and that's part of it.
Yeah, I think people who eat weed consistently, like that's their form of weed consumption. These people are living on the edge.
They're living on the edge, and it always goes back to time for me. I'm just like, to eat something, and then it takes, like, an hour or 2 to kick in, and then you're, like, high for however many hours, and it's like, I would love that kind of time.
Ugh.
I don't know what I'm doing with my time, but for some
What are you
reason,
doing with your time?
yesterday I did a lot of spring cleaning. Spring
Okay.
cleaning. Getting
I
my
see
life in
the
order.
I do see the Clorox. I see the Clorox wipe display behind you.
Right, and a
Um
banana.
and a banana on your counter. What does spring cleaning entail for you, Bri? I'm curious.
A lot of
What's your version?
organization, a lot of organization. I'm definitely not scrubbing anything, but I am kind of shifting things under the
You're
bed.
decluttering? Are you giving anything
Decluttering.
away?
No. I'm
Got it.
throwing stuff away. And
Uh-huh. Got it.
and paying some medical bills that have been sitting there, kind of final notice vibes,
Bri, you
before
remember what they
collection
said.
agencies come for me.
And when they do, Bri, what are you gonna do?
I mean, the thing is, these aren't bad. It's like $14.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm like, I should
that's
just pay it.
when the collection agency comes, listener, we ignore them.
Stand strong.
Stand strong.
No,
Go
no
back.
dapple.
No dapple. Go back. Go back to them and say, "I'll give you $14. That's all I can give you." And they'll go, "Fine, we'll fucking take it. We're we're nobodies. We don't care about this job anyway."
Yeah.
Um.
Wait, okay, so my kind of smoking journey recently is
Oh yes.
somebody told me that, like, as we know, I'm a little bit back on cigarettes, unfortunately, and she was telling me that the most enjoyable cigarettes she has currently are when she's driving, and
Oh.
I've actually never done that. And I'm toying with it. But here's the thing, driving with a cigarette means that I usually drive during the day. At night, I have a chauffeur. Just kidding. But
At night, are you taking Ubers?
not really. I mean, no, for some reason at night, I'm always like, I don't know. Driving at night, I do it, but for some reason, when I think of
What
driving,
if
I'm
you
like
have a
during the day.
show?
Yeah, I'm driving there.
You're driving there
Yeah.
after the show.
After the show, have a cigarette.
have a ciggy on the way home. Here's my thing about car smoking. I think it's wonderful. I love it. I do think even just a little bit of car smoking makes your interior smell like cigarettes. It's
Yeah,
such a
I
pervasive scent.
for sure, totally. Um, but yeah, I
But
think that's what that's
you in a big white pickup, just a little Virginia Slim hanging off your lips.
fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's
Okay,
the
so I'm gonna
gayest
do
shit in the
it. So I'm
world.
gonna so I'm gonna do
Do it.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that, like, I don't have because it is an old truck, it doesn't have one of those screens, like, those display screens that, like, if you need directions. So, I usually have my
Oh,
phone in one hand, I'm steering with the other. And in this
uh-huh.
scenario, the third is the cigarette's just dangling from my lips, like, I the hand situation is a little tricky, but I guess I can just put my phone down.
Bri, I'm gonna urge you to get one of those phone holders that attaches to a vent. It like clips right into one of your vents, and so you can just have your phone. You just go boop. You like lock it on through
Yeah,
the magnet on the back or whatever, and then you don't have your phone in your hand. I think you shouldn't. In my opinion, you and this is advice safety for safety reasons. I don't think you should be holding your phone while you're driving.
okay.
'Cause then you're what if you're like, "Whoa," like, you got a coffee, My brother holds his phone too, and I'm like, "Just get a little thing that you put your phone on."
Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's been my life. I do have a little bit of carpal tunnel, I feel like, because of it.
Yeah, it also seems like a weird angle that you're holding and trying to drive, but you gotta free up your smoking hand, your left hand, so that you can drive with one hand and have that ciggy just hanging out the window.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
I miss being in high school. High school and college was when I was really in my fucking era. Like, I was just the full version of me. And you know what, Bri? I'm going back. I realized, oh, so many things in my life are kind of coming full circle. Like, I think I'm going through I feel like as a woman in my 40s, I'm going through perimenopause, which is, like, making me very reflective about, like, what I was like as an adolescent and, like, as a teenager,
Yeah.
and I was just such a risk-taking fucking, like, little skank in high
T
school.
to quote Lord, teenagers know something children don't, and adults forget.
It's so true, and
So you kind of you're in that
remembering
space. Yeah.
yes, remembering is like, "Oh my god, I was, like, unafraid of
Yeah.
everything, and I was smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, drinking I was just partying a lot, but also, like, still functioning, and not drinking a ton, like, more weed than I was drinking. I've always been, less of a drinker, and also I was, like, massively depressed, and I was on antidepressants, like, in that time of my
Damn.
life, and I'm going through it again. Brian, I went to my psychiatrist the other day to, like, do my regular checkup, and I told him, I've been kind of, like, tired a lot lately. I don't feel like I'm like, "Oh god, I hate this world and I hate myself." Like, it's not like that. It's not like I'm, like, in emotional distress all the time, but I've been sleepy, fatigued. I feel like just doing the smallest task, has been just a lot for me lately, and especially
Yeah.
since the flea felt, like, really hard for me this year, and I don't know. It was just, like, a lot of energy. And some people have told me, like friends of mine have been like, "Well, girl, you're doing so much." And I'm like, "But even on days when I don't have a lot to do, I'm feeling like I just want to sleep like all day." So I tell this to my psychiatrist and he goes, "Well, sounds like you're in a depressive episode."
Is he, from New Jersey? Is he from
Kind
Long
of.
Island?
He's kind of like a long he has like a Jewish kind of like Long Island Jewish like sounds like you're in a depressive episode.
Well, doll, I think it
He's
sound
also, like,
I don't
our
know.
age, but like, very much gives old man.
That's so
Um,
funny.
he's like, "You're in a depressive episode," and I go, "What?"
I miss the accents from the East Coast because sometimes somebody would open their mouth and what came out, I just like being from
Mm,
Arizona, I could not wrap my head around like how they were speaking. It just like blew my mind, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
I love all the accents of New York City. One of my favorites was the Bronx. And since the Knicks have been in the playoffs and won last night, pew, 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 uh,
Knicks in 5.
haven't you just been like on a New York like
Mom
high?
Donnie, Knicks,
Fucking
summer. It's like
socialized grocery stores. It's like New York is
it is.
fucking popping off right now. What are we
I
doing?
know. I am so I wish I was there. I am going there
You're
next
probably
weekend.
going there. You are?
I'm going to Fire Island next weekend, which isn't the city, but it
No.
is it is New York technically.
Oh my God. How long will you be there? Just for the weekend?
Just for the weekend.
Brian? Are you staying at a house with people? What's the tea?
Staying at a house with like comedy people.
That's
So,
fun. Any friends of
yeah.
the pod?
Actually I don't know. The only person I know for sure is James Tom, who should be a friend of the pod.
Should be a friend of the pod.
Yeah, but then there's some other folks, but I'm not sure like who's confirmed and who's not confirmed.
How fun. But you're confirmed. You're like the first one to be like, yes, I'm in.
I'm no, I'm last, which is why I'm sleeping on a couch. And so
Right.
but
Even in the gay community.
even in the gay community. But
You're
sleeping on the couch is
just
the best. That way if you need to like sneak out at night, you can and no one will know.
so true. So true. I don't mind sleeping on a couch. I love a couch sleep.
It's
It's
like
usually pretty private.
I slept on the couch yesterday, if I can be honest,
I
during the
sleep on my
day.
couch all the time. My couch loves a nap, a nip nap. That'll be fun. Fire Island, we love. That is a fucking New York moment, though. Like going to Fire Island during Pride is essentially like,
The journey there is truly a nightmare though.
oh God, yeah.
You
I
gotta
don't
take
know.
LIRR to like some shuttle
Oh
to a
God,
ferry. The ferry's cool. And then once you're off the ferry, you gotta like schlep all your stuff down this like walkway.
I've never been. Um, and
Chapter House presents.
Fire Island. Can you
F-
even imagine? I I would love to go sometime, but I also think I would just be bored there.
I think you would. Do you like the beach?
Yes, but is the beach riddled with a bunch of rowdy, drunk gays?
It's big enough that you don't have to be near any of that.
Okay,
It's like
all right.
it's like a long ass beach. Like the whole thing is beach almost.
Okay, that's one point in the I could handle it vibe. I think you can go to the beach anywhere though, and enjoy a beach. My thing is I don't necessarily listen. I love the gays. I love you. I love you guys. Your scene is
Unwell.
just unwell. Your scene is so it's whorish and boorish. It's crazy. It is a life that I wish I had the energy for, but I can't imagine having the space in my brain for that much sucking and fucking. I can't even imagine.
It's a bit of a frog in boiling water, I think. I think you kind of are just like you
At
wake
one
up
point, you just die.
yeah.
I died from gay.
You kind of are like, okay, whatever. Sucking a fucking
Yeah.
here, sucking a fucking
Right,
there.
right.
You wake up right before you die, you're just kind of like, why am I like covered in 10,000 loads?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, rest in peace, Brian Bahe. He died as he lived, gay.
Should we do media /
Yeah.
phone call?
Let's do media. I picked one for us from your this is actually from your algorithm, Bri, so I'm excited to dive into it. We very rarely go to your algorithm anymore. There we go. 1 second.
Are my eyebrows narrow? They feel narrow.
Narrow.
There's not a lot of width to them.
Skinny, like skinny little 1990s.
No, just like the width. The width. I feel like they're like they don't go out that far.
You can draw them out like that. Get a
Is
little
it weird that they're so they don't have
I don't
width?
find them weird.
Okay. Just not noticing it.
They just look kind of like
because my glasses kind of
yeah. Your glasses.
But when I go like this, I'm like, whoa, there's not a lot.
I have the same issue. Like I basically have just this front part, and then I draw on a tail.
It's like drawing on.
Every time you avoid discomfort, you're reinforcing the idea that you can't handle it. If you start running towards the things that make you uncomfortable, you're going to realize it wasn't actually that hard and that you can handle so much more than you thought you could. Stop running from discomfort.
Stop running from discomfort.
Why? Hold on. Okay, I had to echo. This person is in the middle of a park. It's nighttime. Yeah. I'm worried for them. I'm like, make this TikTok video at home. Go home.
But sometimes you're just, you got a full beat. Your hair looks snatched. Everything is fucking in its place. You're taking a nighttime walk around a park. You're looking for trouble, and you're thinking, I look good in this street light. Like something about this street light is like the perfect angle, because they were also like holding it way up here. But yeah, this person is really like just out in these streets making content. The front-facing video of it all, I feel like we're coming to a cultural moment. I've noticed in my feed that like every other TikTok is a front-facing video of somebody being like, "Did you know?" And then I scroll and it's like, "Have you ever tried?" And then I scroll and it's like, "Hey, did you know?" Blah,
something
blah, blah.
I wish I did if I had known.
Yeah. If you put this into this and then this into this, it's like so annoying. But I chose that. You sent me 3 TikToks, and I just missed the little bloom, 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 the little TikTok ending. Oh, I miss you, TikTok. I like this one because it has to me, it relates back to fucking AI.
In terms of,
well, AI, the argument against AI, sort
is
of
that
right
stuff
now,
will be hard.
Is that like you want to lead, you don't want to live a frictionless life. Like that is the whole point of AI, is that you don't experience any like mental challenge. Everything is thought of for you, so you don't have any friction in your day. You don't have to deal with shitty customer service. You don't have to deal with traffic if we're all driving automated cars. Like you don't have to deal with hardship in your life. It's frictionless. And it's like it's like smooth brain, you just like there is nothing challenging about your day-to-day life anymore. And that's, I think,
becomes a flat line.
Yeah, it like makes life completely frictionless. And you think about like the men, so like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel and like all these fucking weird like South African AI developers, you know, who are like Elon Musk, congrats, you're a trillionaire, bitch. Like, how did an evil person become a trillionaire? I don't fucking know. But like, it's them. They live such a frictionless life, these men, that they're inventing arguments about what the fucking Antichrist is. Like, they're so off. They haven't touched grass in so long, maybe never, that they don't have anything to bitch about except these massively existential, like psycho-spiritual fucking like weird things. Like Peter
Yeah.
Thiel is like smoking fucking expensive crack and going around the world and like like doing like TED Talks about what the fucking Antichrist is. Like, this guy's psycho.
They think that they're like on another level philosophically, but really it's like you need to experience what it is to be human in order to have any type
Yes.
of like deep thought.
Yes, like go to a grocery store.
Yeah.
Go to a grocery store and
Clip
buy
your toenails
groceries.
and smell it. Then tell me, then you can talk to me about fucking you know, the afterlife or whatever.
Get genital warts and go to a doctor and deal with them burning a wart off your dick.
You're literally, that's ripped from the headlines from my life this week.
Oh, Bri!
Literally cut to me Thursday at the doctor, freezing genital warts off of me. Didn't hurt though. Didn't hurt.
No. But you know, that is a part of life. Sometimes you got to get a wart burned off and you got to go to the doctor to do it because you can't get an over-the-counter thing and you can't get a robot to burn off your G warts. Like, just like fucking live a life. Then maybe you're not spending all your time thinking about who the fucking Antichrist is or what the Antichrist is. Turns out it's you, bitch. It's you, Peter Thiel. You're the fucking Antichrist. It's crazy.
It's really fascinating because them doing a TED Talk or whatever about this Antichrist, or I'm not too sure what's that, but like that's kind of them being like, this is my comedy special. This is like what I am. This is like the greatest thing I've ever produced. And it's like so unrelatable, so founded in nothing.
Unrelatable. Truly, like, nobody's asking for this, Peter Thiel. But he's like, I've heard also that these turds, like, you know, Elon Musk. Okay, so now I'm going to go on a little rant. Elon Musk recently, there was an article in Wired that came out. Elon's bitch ass has so much motherfucking time on his hand. He lives such a frictionless fucking life that he has started to post, I think his like tweets on X like have increased some insane amount, like 800% in the last year. He's been posting every single day, like literally every single day, multiple times a day, shit about race wars, like eugenics shit, racist ass shit, just complete. He's on this tip, just like Peter Thiel is like, Antichrist, what is it? Who cares? You know, Elon Musk is over here tapping on his fucking little crack computer. He's like high on fucking ketamine and being like, he incited a race. There was a group of neo-Nazi teens in Germany, I want to say,
Sounds
or
right.
the Netherlands or something, who attacked and killed somebody. I can't remember what the
damn.
I'm gonna look it up.
Not the neo-Nazis in Germany.
Not the neo-Nazis at all actually doing something for it's like crazy. Okay, here it is. Here's the article. It says, the headline is, a white supremacist youth group helped orchestrate the Belfast riots. Oh, it's in Belfast. So Okay. After
Where's
Elon
that?
Musk and Tommy Robinson, Belfast is like the UK,
Ireland.
like Ireland.
Ireland, no, my people.
I know, our people.
Fuck, I feel threatened. I'm ready to
mean,
rise up.
listen, I want to show you this image because it's really haunting. What's
Oh my
going
God.
on in
I'm
fucking
scared.
Belfast? It's this
fuck.
group of a youth group linked to a global neo-Nazi movement that is started by fucking Elon Musk. They're linked to
Damn.
a global neo-Nazi movement They quietly orchestrated anti-immigration riots in fucking Belfast. Like, as if Belfast fucking needs that shit.
This
dude.
thing says after Elon Musk and Tommy Robinson started, and then, but
Yeah.
I skimmed that and I thought that said Tim Robinson, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? What did Tim Robinson do? What I think you should leave sketch did stoked Belfast.
I would die. I think you should leave. Yeah, I don't know who far right UK activist Tommy Robinson. I don't know who that guy is, but if he's colluding with Elon Musk to incite race riots, fucking anti-immigrant riots in Belfast, we are in big trouble, folks. Like, these bitches have too much fucking time on their hands.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's like, get these assholes a job. Go work for your friend Bezos in his fucking, like, Amazon factory. Like, please give them any kind of friction, because idle hands are the devil's fucking playground. Is that what it is? I don't fucking... Yeah. Idle hands are the devil's playground. Like, literally, that's what's going on with these turds. They are too unbusy, and they're making our lives worse for it. And I hate them. The only solace... Oh, and I saw a little bit of news last night. I was watching one of my favorite YouTube podcasts called I've Had It, which is, the two white ladies from Oklahoma who bitch about politics. You know who I'm talking about?
Not at all.
It's basically like
I've had it.
It's
so funny.
It's
wait,
so
is it comedy
funny.
or is it real?
No, it's real. It's real. It's two white ladies from Oklahoma, and they talk like this, and they're really popular.
To be two white ladies from Oklahoma and start a podcast that titled "I Have Had It" is so funny to me.
It's so good. They give you the tea. I'm gonna show you the picture of I've Had It podcast.
I'm Google imaging them right now. I'm kind of obsessed.
Oh yeah, like, you should check out their pod, because they bitch about, like, all these fucking Christian nationalists, and they clown on our administration. They're the ones who call, like, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, they call him, like,
Dookie breath.
Demon Queen Mike Johnson, or like they call JD Vance Lil Smokey because he has a smoky eye.
Yeah, that's good.
They're really funny. Anyway, they interviewed this author who wrote a book. Now I can't remember the title of the book, but I want to read it. But it's basically, she's a researcher, and she researches what is the word? God, this is where the weed really fucking fucks me, because there's certain...
They were talking to a researcher who researches artificial...
nope. Authoritarianism. She researches modern authoritarianism. So she's done, like, a lot of research on, like, around the world, like, all these authoritarian rulers that we've had. And Trump is, of course, and his cabinet are in that now. We're fully in it. We're in authoritarianism, big time. Sure. And so she's talking about what we can expect. And she goes, something's going on with the tech oligarchs, right? This is like the Peter Thiels and the Elon Musks and the Jeff Bezoses, all these fucking weirdos. They're all building, like, space programs and whatever. And she goes, something is weird with them, especially after these Belfast riots. they're like acting up. They're like kind of like they're acting manic. So she
The tech
thinks
people.
the tech lords.
Yeah.
She thinks that they're kind of losing their grip on their little political in, who is JD Vance. JD Vance is Peter Thiel's little puppet. He's his he has funded throughout JD Vance's entire career. Peter Thiel has been funding his small business, his political rise. Like JD Vance is Peter Thiel's little
Sub fag.
he is. He's his sub fag. And it's disturbing because, you know, JD Vance can't go anywhere in this country right now without being booed or shamed or fucking up his job. He's just so bad at being a vice president. He's bad at being a man. He's bad at being anything. Like, he's just a bad person. He's a piece of shit, and he's a loser, and everybody in the country knows. And so I think that they're getting kind of worried that their little guy is blowing it. And she thinks that they're gonna get worse before they get ousted, if they ever can get ousted. Anyway, they got too much time. No friction.
Yeah. It will get worse before it gets better. And we have that to look forward to. The worst part, not the better part. The better part will happen after our deaths.
Yeah, the better part is 20 years off at least. I'll be in my 70s, no problem. But yeah, until then, gas prices are just going to keep skyrocketing. It's cool.
It's cool.
But that's why literally I'm like, I got to smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
That's
like
literally
I
in my head.
Yeah, I cannot not smoke weed because this is our present moment. Like, I can't be sober during authoritarianism. I just can't.
No one should have to be. I think let's all just medicate how we feel. I've been gifted a lot of weed recently, and I am at a point where I'm like, I either need to like start giving this shit away or start smoking heavily.
You can give it to me if you need somebody to donate your weed to, but I also would love for you to start smoking weed. Weed isn't for everyone, you know, and I get it. Some people are just, it's not their thing. In the same way that booze is not really my thing anymore. Like, there was a time in my life when I would drink all the time, but like my guts don't like it anymore that much.
I don't know. I honestly cannot remember the last time I smoked weed. So maybe it's time.
Maybe it's time, Bri.
Tonight.
Let's smoke some weed. Okay. Let's listen to a really great voice message. Okay. Very excited to share this one with you. By the way, I'm just going to tell everybody, all of our listeners, we need you to call in. Please, if you haven't yet, if you're a listener of Sage-Based Wisdom, if you're a frequent listener, be a first-time caller. Try it. Send us a voice message. Ask us for advice. Be inspired by this next one that we're about to listen to.
Hi, my name is Jasmine, and I'm an Indigenous artist based in Canada. And I was recently asked to be on a panel about Indigenous joy because my art practice revolves around making kind of silly creatures and beadwork. And so I was wondering if you had any advice on public speaking and also being like the breakout star of the panel. How can I steal the spotlight from everyone else? Thank you.
Huh.
Don't you just love that question, Bri?
Greedy
How can I
bitch.
steal the spotlight from everyone else? I love your vibe. It's, to me, stealing the show is it requires focus. You have to be on. I recommend doing a little bit of like personal warm-ups, maybe in the bathroom before the panel. Like, get your brain going. Like, I'm thinking of improv games that like get your brain thinking and like get you kind of riffing. Brian's gonna say zip zap zop, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of things like categories. Okay, as fast as you can, Bri, name toothpaste brands.
Crest, Colgate, Arm and Hammer, Trader Joe's, Hims,
Hims has toothpaste.
I don't know. They have everything.
Okay, like let's do another one. List gay bars in New York City. Go.
Flaming Saddles, The Eagle, Rosemont, Three Doors Down. That's not one of them. This is fun, but how do you do this with yourself?
You just do what I just did, but you just do it with yourself. Like, I'm gonna
Don't
go
you know all
into the
the
bathroom, and no, I'm gonna.
I feel
just,
like part
pick
of the
something.
game is like you don't know what's coming, so you can't even begin to prepare.
Yeah, you can. But you can also like look at something and be like, all right, I'm just going to think really quick as fast as I can about all of the different like the books that I've read in 2026 or whatever. You know, you're just basically
Yeah.
getting your brain in a place where it's like ready to riff, ready to like throw out certain things. And then when you're on the panel, you're sort of just keeping to yourself, you're focused, you're listening a lot. And when the moment strikes, when somebody says something and you have a perfect little joke, you just pick up your mic and go, Crest. Or, you know, whatever. You have a little, like.
I love that. I think that's great. I will go 3 steps back and I'm going to say, look, you either got it or you don't. And
here's some fucking tough love from Bri.
And look, that's fine. We all need to know what our role is. But I do think there is you kind of asking the question and kind of wanting it, I think means that you're more in the has it category rather than the not has it category.
Yes.
But I will say this. I think kind of stealing the spotlight or whatever in a panel doesn't necessarily mean that you're the funniest. I feel like I've seen panels where it's like the person who's like the realist and the most like authentic version of themselves, whether it is like knowing the data or knowing the facts or like ready to articulate like, you know, the science behind something like that. Sometimes that is what steals the spotlight because they kind of are in like a very expert in their field type of thing. So I think if you just like really dig down, you're like, all right, who the fuck am I? Why am I on this panel? What do I want to say? And how do I do it in a way that's authentic to who I am? I think that could be more steely, spotlighty in a way.
Love that. You're totally right because I'm thinking, oh, I'm a performer already and I already know like on the panel I'm going to be slaying. But you know, what if I'm sort of not a comedian? You know, like what if I'm not you know, what if I'm an artist and comedy isn't my special skill? Like I steal the show through comedy if that's my goal, but I think I have an experience that you're talking about, like just a couple, like, when was I in Phoenix? Last weekend? The week before? I went to Phoenix for a native college board conference to speak at their conference. And I got to talk about my teaching career. And it was just me and a moderator. asking questions about like comedy and education and like how did these like writing and TV, how did these worlds collide? And I ended up talking so much about my teaching career. I feel like I never get asked questions about my teaching career
Mm-hmm.
on panels, and especially in a native space. It was so nice to just kind of go back to being in the field of education where I feel very much like an expert. I know what I'm fucking talking about in teaching.
Uh-huh.
And I have the experience to back it up. Whereas performing arts, it's so so subjective. Like, I don't know if I'm great at it or not. Like, I think I'm skilled. I have the skills, but like, I never know if I'm like, as far as I know, there's who fucking cares about me, like it doesn't matter. But like to be
Yeah.
able to get up there and talk about like education, like one of the questions the moderator asked me was like, do you ever see your teaching career, do you ever like write about that in your comedy? Like, do you ever write about like some of the experiences you have like in education? Do you ever write about that in television? And I know that everybody was like expecting, and especially the moderator was like, oh yeah, we're going to get some juicy stories about her classroom or something, and like how she's writing about it. And I go, honestly, I very rarely even talk about my teaching career. I never write about it. And I still have a hard time laughing about it because it was kind of traumatic. Like that my teaching career was in like a really, really tough city in a tough neighborhood. My students were really struggling like with basic needs. Like it was a tough fucking job. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't look back on it with like, oh, that was so funny. Like it's like that's not the point of view.
That is, yeah, that would be wild to be like, and the kids, they were underfed.
Yeah, like I mean, and there are certainly like moments that were like, yeah, you make the best of it, and certainly, I had to like laugh through it. But I was like, the way that comedy and my life in education merged was that I did comedy every fucking day to stay sane. I
Yeah.
had to go and like laugh and not laugh about school, like laugh about other shit that wasn't school related at all, like have a whole other life that had nothing to do with school so that I could like get through it. It was hard.
That's,
But
yeah, that
I think people were like, "Oh, okay, she's not always just cracking jokes,
for sure.
That is all the time we have today. However, we hope our wisdom made your life better, but we will not be issuing refunds if it didn't.
If you or anyone you know has advice, needs advice, wants to hear advice, or is seeking advice, please reach out to us using one of the methods in the show notes.
As always, we'd love you to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. Please follow us on YouTube. We would love to have more subscribers on YouTube, and we post every week, multiple times a week sometimes. Support our work by becoming an official Wise Ass. If you want to listen to this genital wart story for the next 10 to 15 minutes, you have to be a Wise Ass. You have to be a subscriber. Go to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com. Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Mahagone.
Tokcha.